presidential debate reference from way back in the day that no one will get.
Lloyd Benson, right?
It was Lloyd Benson,
And
right?
Dan Quayle.
And Dan Quayle, yeah.
Also,
The stuff that I remember.
See, I'm old enough to
and the
remember
stuff
that.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. We'd love it if you come hang out. We were just doing, we do these like warm-ups to kind of get in the mood of doing the show.
Yeah.
And I will say that if you've never made it for the beginning of the live stream when we just turn the cameras on and we just start messing around.
Yeah, it's better than the show.
Better than the show. It's truly better than the show. The interactions are better. The energy's better.
Yeah.
We like it more. It's like almost as if when we do this, we've created a prison and we know we have. And it's like, all right, go break the rocks. And we're like, breaking the rock. You know.
Yeah. But before the show starts, real funny.
Yeah, there's no leash. There's no leash. Anyway, welcome to the stream, and we're glad to have you. If you can find it all at twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Or if you are more of a YouTube person, and I know most people are, it's YouTube/@Tom and Dan Live.
We have Science Night Live this weekend. Great date night. It's at the Orlando Science Center.
man.
It's adults only. It's after hours. They have drinks, adult beverages. They got hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
They also have
You're
special.
inching into my dad's territory. We have a guest here. Jesse Wolfe is here, but I want to bring you into the conversation.
I was intrigued by the hors d'oeuvre.
My dad loved whiskey, and my dad, when he'd have a bit of whiskey, and my dad could not say the word hors d'oeuvre. He would call them hors orbs.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors orbs. Yeah.
Just call them snacks. What the hell?
Snacks
Tiny
doesn't sound.
snacks.
It doesn't sound nice, right? Snacks. Snacks.
I like hors d'oeuvres.
hors d'oeuvres. Oh, hors d'oeuvres. Yeah.
Right when I was saying it,
You sounded drunk. You're like, there's gonna be drinks there. There's gonna be hors d'oeuvres. You pulled it down.
like roll.
Hors d'oeuvres.
It's hard for me to say.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Jesse Wolfe's here. How you doing, Jesse?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Entrepreneur, influencer,
Oh.
business advisor. Should I say that?
Yeah, that's probably one of them lately. you know
Shark
what I mean?
wrangler.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about, we used to say Jesse of Odang Hummus, and then I almost feel like it'd be better to say like Jesse who's appeared on Shark Tank,
Yo, there you go.
right? Like that makes more sense
Well, I
because he hasn't been linked to the Odang thing in like how long?
Yeah, 5 or almost 6 years now. Yeah.
Now, are you like me with your brands? Do you go like with me and girlfriends, I should rather say, or ex-girlfriends, where once you've exited the brand, you still secretly go there and you look at everything they're doing, you just make sure you don't double tap or harden
Oh,
it.
yeah, of course.
Because that could get you into some sinister trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
But are you floating around like looking, you're like, what are they doing with chickpeas today?
Dude, you know what's strange is like at this point in time, like up before COVID 2020, right? Because I exited Odang in like late 2019. I was the hummus guy and the Odang guy, right?
Yes, yeah,
and then, you know, I left, you know, and exited that business and then went on to do Nerdy Nuts, the peanut butter company and all that stuff like right after that. But Nerdy Nuts, I kind of sat in the, you know, in the dark, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not going to be the face of this brand. I let the couple that originally founded it build it. And, you know, they were the face. So for me, it was cool to kind of sit back, see, but then I was dumb and I got on social media when TikTok was taking off and became, you know, then I was Jesse, the workout guy and the, you know, that person. Then I was, you know, starting a couple other brands. So now it's like people are like, hey, you're real Jesse Wolfe or you're Jesse Wolfe. And I'm like, okay, which category are you coming from?
Where do you know me from?
Yeah.
So, and it's funny because now I even get it on Tom and Dan. Like, yeah, I heard you on Tom and Dan. I'm like, no.
Yep.
kidding.
Add it to your
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it's always like one of those catch-22s now where I'm like, where do you know me from? You know what I mean? Is it social media? Is it business?
True.
You know,
Yeah.
Tom and Dan.
And for some young people, it's OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, you know, hey,
You
listen,
know me because of me, you know, make a little
And-
money with some tasteful news.
we do appreciate the support.
Yeah. I'm more of a fansly guy myself. I'm not an OnlyFans guy. I'm more of a fansly. I find I don't like showing as much skin.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little more promiscuous on there. So
Okay.
if you subscribe, you see more.
There you
know?
go. There you go.
So Jesse,
Now we know.
when you're on with us, we always talk about business, jobs. We and we got a voicemail. We want to talk to you about. And,
Oh, nice.
help you answer.
Yeah, well, it's actually.
Hopefully it's good.
Well, no, I think this would be perfect.
Okay.
When Tom told me, he's like, hey, remember, Jesse's coming in today. And it was almost like Kismet. that we had a listener like leave us a serious like job voicemail that I think when you hear this voicemail, I think everybody in our listening audience, everyone can identify with what this guy's going through. So let me get this thing.
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah, no, this is cool. And it like literally, this is odd that it happened exactly at the same time.
Oh man, we got like a talk show going on. Call in.
Yeah,
it's
definitely good energy.
Caller number 6. What's your issues?
I've been working for a company for coming up to 20 years and just a couple of months. And last August, we were told we were getting bought out. I raised my hand. I'm like, what's changing? Are we going to keep our vacation hours? The guy's like, yep, everything's staying the same. You won't even notice a difference. Well, 3 months later, they tell us that in 4 years, we will be losing 37 hours of vacation time. Our guaranteed Christmas bonus is no longer there. It went from we would get $1,200 every Christmas to now anywhere between $0 and $2,500, depending on how well we do. And I said, what's the likely chance we'll get that 25? He said, not anytime soon. Also, whenever we would have a hurricane and we couldn't get to work or the power was down, my job, previously would pay for our time. It wasn't our fault. This new guy said, nope, you're not working, you don't get paid. So with all of that, and then losing, like I said, the 37 hours that, we gained from working there for so long on vacation time, I see a job posting and it says that they are starting people off from $21 to $27 an hour. Like I said, I've been there for almost 20 years. I do the basic work, plus I work on the machines that keep the place running. So I do maintenance work as well. And I also take out the bathroom and kitchen trash for everyone. And I don't make $30 an hour. So that pissed me off a little bit. So I was telling my friend who is the manager and saying I'm going to give an ultimatum. Either give me a raise or, I quit. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. I go in there, I tell my boss, we'll just call that other person G. I go in there, I tell my boss, I'm like, hey, are you going to be doing evaluations? If not this year, then I'm gonna be looking for another job. And she asked why, and I gave her all those reasons. I'm like, I feel underappreciated here. And she goes, oh, well, G said she wants you to be her right-hand man when she becomes floor supervisor. So you were going to be up for that promotion. Couldn't G have given me a little bit of heads up that she, told them that she wanted me? So I did give the ultimatum, and I might be getting that promotion.
All right. What a long...
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, my God.
What?
That was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster. It really was.
Yeah, that wasn't the ending I was expecting.
Too many details, sir.
Yeah.
Questions are too long. My God. Get to the point. So, Jesse.
That's going to be cut out and used against you so many times. So many times.
I have, theories on this that it makes a lot of people mad, and I want to ask you about this because when you work for a company for a long period of time and there's that loyalty,
I did
right?
it, yeah. I'm one of those guys.
And
no, I was. I'm being dead serious.
I thought you were talking about this job.
No. I'm not loyal to this. Oh my God.
Dan walks out.
So the loyalty is an emotional tie.
Yeah.
And so but it also is valuable for businesses to have loyal employees that have been there a long time.
Critical.
But sometimes it's more valuable in the employee's mind than it may be in the business's mind, because at the end of the day, it's a business, and the business only should care about the bottom line. Obviously, there's people involved, but so then that battles each other with emotional versus bottom line.
Well, the business isn't a human, so why is it being expected to show a characteristic that's human? That's how I kind of look at it.
Managers are human, though.
But they're part of the entity, right? The entity is there to only make money and steal souls, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it's there for.
And I'll tell you, man, this is a great question, especially in today's society.
I have to put the camera on you legally when somebody has a great question. Okay, camera's on.
Camera's
Jesse.
on and rolling. There is, in my mind, I've gotten to a place finally in my career over the last 5 years or so where I got a rule internally, and I learned this from a mentor a long time ago. I don't work with assholes, and I refuse to. I don't have to anymore. And what that means is basically, there's two ways of running a business, in my opinion. You know, there's the kind of roll with the ruthlessness and we're going to build at all costs. And that is a way to build a business, and it's very turbulent and it can be painful. And then the other side of it is, well, nice people finish last, right? And you watch, some of these businesses kind of build and they get ran over by their team. They get ran over by their vendors. They get ran over by, their customers. And it happens. And when they're, over my career so far, I've learned that you got to ride right down the middle there. You know what I mean? And I'm a good person. I'm not a nice person. You know what I mean? That's kind of the footprint I go on. In our brands that we build,
why are you pointing a gun at me?
Yeah.
This is such an awkward thing to do.
It was
in
a
the middle of an
metaphorical
interview.
gun, A.
You scared me.
Yeah, fine.
No.
I thought you were a lighthearted.
I thought you were a nice guy.
Jesus Christ. He looks at me, he's like, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
When I'm angry.
Yeah,
Well,
in business, I will BF you.
But you kind of have to be. But the thing is, like in this situation, I can almost read plain as day the transition that guy just went through.
Yeah.
And he had, obviously, the guy built a great business. He sold it, right? Someone else either came in, called a private equity firm or a bigger company and bought him out.
Happens all the time.
It happens all the time, and they're rolling it up under, a bigger, entity, if you will. And that transition, they're usually rough. I mean, I've seen nightmares after nightmares, those kind of acquisitions like that. And what sucks is, you got a guy who's 20 years loyal, to that company. And then during that transition, they didn't take time, you can kind of tell from his explanation, to kind of go through that workforce and be like, hey, who are you? What did you do here? What did you like to do here? What do you want to do here? Right? And even just taking that to kind of understand the team you're inheriting, it's critical. Right? Instead, they kind of
I call that synergistic inventory.
You know what? I like that.
You have to, when you come into a business,
I like that.
You have to, because what are we really in the business of, guys? We're in the business of human beings, okay?
Well, but I like that. That's actually a great word because, there's a delicate dance of you got to run the business, and the business has to be profitable for everyone to retain their jobs, right? You want a promotion, you want a raise, the business has to make money, and we have to grow for everyone to get promotions and raises, right? But in the same sense, in today's society, there's times when you see these businesses, look at Starbucks, right? Where people are like, hey, I want $30 an hour to work at Starbucks. That's, in theory, I get it. I know where you're kind of coming from, but is it sustainable for a Starbucks that makes $800,000 a year to pay its entire staff $30 an hour, right? Like at some point in time, you hit a cap level of what that business truly can pay no matter what. So it really is this delicate dance of, you'll see, like for me, our team is everything. We come in, everyone's treated well. That's very important to us. We have our big thing is we want failure. It's kind of ironic at the high level, but we want you to come in and feel like you could try things and do things. And if it doesn't work, you're not getting fired for it.
I mean, if you want failure, I got your guys. I got two guys for you.
Yeah, exactly. Come on board, boys. You know what I mean? But our big thing is don't repeat the failures. Right. And then that's where you kind of draw that line in the sand. Like if we're having the same conversations over and over again, you're missing the point here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for this guy here to kind of call in and give us the transition story there, and then ultimately go, yeah, I got a raise. Fantastic. Where I see that as the leadership kind of dropped the ball coming in there because they could have avoided the whole disgruntled employee piece of it by coming through and going, who are you? How long you been here? What do you want to do here? What was right? What was wrong? What do you want to see us do? And then they kind of lay down what I call their expectations. Here's our plan. You know what I mean? We bought the company for X. Our goal with the team that's here is we're going to take it to, Y, right?
Yeah.
Are you on board? Here's how we're going to do it. And to me, I mean, from what we got from him, at least, they didn't explain that at all. It just kind of came in, was a takeover, then went right to work instead of kind of getting everybody on the boat and rowing in the same direction, with a new boat in essence.
I mean,
right?
Tom took a synergistic inventory of our client, of our like the people that worked here.
Yeah.
Our employees. And much like Elon did with X, when he bought it, you had everyone email you a list of what they do day to day. And he fired everybody. He's like, fire them all. Fire them. I don't care.
I got a lot of empty emails.
Joke's on you. Didn't read the email.
Joke's on you.
I'll do everything myself and drive myself crazy. No, I hate my job and my life.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
All right, so it turns out these 5 emails came in. I can do all this work now. This is what needs done on a daily basis.
So Jesse, and I know that this is kind of okay, because the way that I saw a person in my life navigate companies and work from one company to another and work their way up is Andrea, Daniel's wife.
Yeah.
And,
she's still doing that actively.
And what she's done, and it's almost counter culture and the fact of what we know of, like working for a company, like working hard for a company, working your way up, and then finally you get a pay, you know, like they recognize that you get higher positions, blah blah blah.
I think she looks at it like a video game.
She
well, it's smart.
Leveling up.
When she worked for a company, and then she'll just put out feelers and put out resumes to other companies to see if
she's always doing that.
Always, constantly. And by the way, you are allowed to do this as an employee.
She doesn't tell people she does it, but I mean, I think actively in the back of her mind, and I think this is how she's wired.
I was told in radio, in fact, the only way you get raises by an old manager. They're like, as soon as your contract period, the 6 months that we give you in your contract period, shop yourself out, see what the market is for you, and then if you get a higher offer, come to us with that offer, and then we'll have to match it, or you leave to go up. And that's the only way we give people raises around here, and it made perfect sense. It's like, okay, it takes a lot of effort to do that, but constantly putting your resume out there and seeing what the market is for you will give you an idea of what you're worth. Because that's another thing too. People will be like, I'm worth more money, and then the company, and guess what? The boss is like, well, are you? Because you haven't proved to me that you are. Because
that drives me bananas, dude.
When someone does that.
Oh, dude. Yeah, like so we had a person who's unfortunately no longer with the business that we're working on this over here. We literally hire the guy, and about, I don't know, 2 weeks into his role, right? And we were like, here's the job, here's everything, pay, et cetera, KPIs, you name it. Bonus structure. Yep, love it, I'm on board. Got it. 2 weeks in. I'm going to need a raise. I'm like, you've been here 2 weeks, brother.
That's some balls.
Yeah, I was like,
I wish I had those balls.
I know.
Sometimes I do wish I had those, because there are things that would work in. Not in this case. But in other ways, I feel like, oh man,
that was like one of my first times where I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I'm like, we went through like 3 weeks of a hiring process, 2 weeks of this training process. I'm like, you haven't even hit the production floor, truthfully on your own. I was like, where is this coming from? He goes, well, I know my talents and my abilities. I think I'm worth more. And I'm like, well, that would have been great to discuss at the hiring process.
Once we settle on the salary, like you ain't coming in here for at least 1 year. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that should be even too soon.
Well, so it was like, listen, this is interesting, so let's entertain this, right? So I was like, tell me why, you know what I mean? Straight, Baxter, tell me what, And so he goes on this bender about, well, this is all I can do. And I'm like, well, let's do this. Let's run the current contract we got you in on. Give me 3 months. Show me what you can do. If you got there and you can exceed everything. I was like, I kind of feel like you're sandbagging me here a little bit,
Yeah.
And so he's like, we went back and forth. So ultimately he agreed to that. And
let me guess, did not do it.
I knew. Yeah. Spoiler. Turn your radio off now.
Spoiler work.
Didn't impress you by his ultimate work.
2 months he put in his resignation. I was like, okay, well, this went the opposite direction of what I thought it was gonna do. So it's very fascinating. But what I'll say is, going back to your wife, man, I don't fault anyone. And again, 'cause remember, I worked corporate at one point in time before I went, full entrepreneur. Jump. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong. If you're good at what you do, go get the money you deserve. And I've had it to where I've had phenomenal team members come to me over the years and be like, hey, look, I got this offer. I remember, I can't say the company. I remember I had one of my guys come to me. It was in a booming startup that we were building. And we were thumping just like crazy, huge on social media, et cetera, et cetera. And he got an offer from a very big established, emerging brand.
Fansly.
Yeah.
Fansly. Love me some Fansly.
Yeah, he went independent. Anyways, and I was like, hey, I can't match that salary. I'm like, ultimately, this is the best we could do with where we're at today. the benefit of potentially staying with us. I put my sales cap on to try to keep the guy.
Yeah.
But I said, I looked at him and go, at the end of the day, the title they were offering him, which was a compliment to us, because I'm like, the fact that they believe that you can do that job based off of your work with us, that to me was, kind of this backhanded kind of compliment.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, like we really
This is a good hire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I took this person literally from, basically a assistant manager at a retail clothing store to a COO position. It's ultimately, is ultimately what they got hired for. And
that's a huge deal.
It was a huge deal. And I said, you got to go. I was like, I can't offer that today, and this is crazy. But
that also goes with your credo, not to give you a compliment of no a-holes.
Well, that's it.
Because it works both ways. It works with you working with them, and you also giant reminder to not be one.
Well, and at the end of the day, I have an obligation as a manager. At the end of the day, as a manager, right? I don't care what level manager. My job is to build a winning team, right? And my job is building that winning team is to develop the people underneath me. And my goal is to get you to replace me so that I can climb, right?
Yeah.
What happens sometimes is as I'm building you, hopefully to replace me, you are, and I don't blame you, you're out shopping, seeing, hey, what's out there? If you get a crazy offer, man, again, I did my job. It sucks. It doesn't help me at all, but I'm not going to stop you or inhibit your career growth. I hope you go on. And that person went on and he killed it and is doing phenomenal. So I mean,
that's a great story.
Yeah. I mean, and going back to this guy, I mean, the one thing I'll say to him is, and anybody listening right now, don't wait 20 years, right? I mean, loyalty is great, but if you're there to kind of just, I don't. Some people don't like to jump.
Thank you for bringing it back to the question, too, because I know this guy listens daily. He's going to want an answer to this.
Well, and listen, some people are just, I like my job. I like where I work. I want to get the best I can out of this situation. I got a friend in the same thing. He's worked for a very large defense company here in town.
Is it Fansley?
It is. It's called onlyrockets.com.
That's good.
Google that one.
Yeah, man.
And it's the same thing. He's been there, almost, I think, 15 years now. It's the only job he's ever had out of college.
Wow.
He's good at it, but had he tried to leave, and go anywhere else, his salary would probably be $100,000 more than what it is today.
Yes. Yeah.
But he hasn't, because he really genuinely appreciated the job and the people, and he was good with what he made. So there's kind of two creeds there. If there is a time and place where you shouldn't wait 20 years to push on pay bumps, because what happens is then you get to this point where you're frustrated and you're mad at the current ownership, when it's like, well, maybe you should have pushed for a raise harder, every 5 years.
And now it's hard for them to give you a $20,000 a year raise where you should be, and they could have given you a $3,000 a year raise every year.
Maybe you'd be at $33 today.
It's how you steal a motorcycle at a motorcycle factory.
One bolt at a time.
This guy knows.
Yeah. That's absolutely true, though.
I mean, like, what would you say to somebody? And I think he was joking, but, like, EJ is in there, and he's like, thanks a lot for telling me now.
Yeah.
I've been here for 23 years. EJ, I don't, honestly, and I'll be honest, you and I had this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. I've known you for 20 years, and I consider you one of the greatest friends of the show, and I love you. You're one of my favorite people.
You told me you numbered papers one
I don't
time.
know what you do, man. I don't know what you do.
That's dangerous. That is, you are playing a dangerous game where if all you do is number papers.
Do you know what AI?
Yeah.
You know what it's capable of?
Are you insane?
Yeah.
It could almost do my job right now. Create comedy.
We don't know what he does. So he's mad.
We're all cooked.
But I thought, I honestly don't know what he does.
So Jesse, another thing too that a lot of people do themselves a disservice by doing is they, like, let's say you're staying at a company, you're loyal to that company, everything's comfortable, which all humans strive for comfort, right?
Agreed.
And
right,
we want to be in a place that's solid. You're like, hey, I know this boss. He's known me for 20 years. I've done a lot for this company. He knows what I put in. I'm good. That boss could sell just like this guy, like
or get fired or take a new job.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the reality of it, right?
And then when that new person comes in or that new owner, all of a sudden you are now zero again.
Well,
you are nobody to that person.
Yeah.
It happens with us on the client side of things.
Yeah.
The number one way we lose clients is lose a relationship.
You lose. It's a new person. We call it new person at the desk, right?
Yeah.
You get a new person at the desk. And that what happens in my job every single week as well. I'll be calling on these big grocery stores or whatever partnerships, and someone retires, moves, takes a new job, and I get a new person, and they hate you For whatever reason, they come in and you're, it's up shit's creek, man. You're really trying to figure out how to, win that person back, or now you got to figure out how to navigate that relationship. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where don't get comfortable. Like, as much as like we take it for granted, like I love my job and I love my boss and I love my team, it could change at any day.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate the loyalty. I commend the loyalty, going back to EJ and his career. It's not too late, dude. 23 years, you're not retired yet. But you got to play catch up.
You'd have to see him.
I mean, he's damn near.
You have to look at him. Yeah.
I mean, it's close.
When you look at him, he is the epitome of a 2026 Willie Loman. Hopefully, kids still understand that reference.
Jesse, I want to talk about two things with you, and it's trends and how.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say trans.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna go so crazy. Trans.
We'll start with vaccines.
Trans, or
We're
trends.
gonna do abortion vaccines and trans
So
with a dash of Obama.
So let's talk the first one, because when and we've all seen this, and the alcohol market, and what's been happening, and all the stories behind alcohol sales, and how new generations of potential drinkers are not drinking as much. They're more health conscious. Their alcohol's not part of their lives like it was in our lives in the 90s.
Big anorexia.
Yeah. Alcohol marketing is not what it was because it's so diluted out there that,
Back in our day, all it took was Snoop Dogg saying St. Ides, and I was like, I want
a Goldschlager done.
There's certain rules on alcohol marketing that actually hinders alcohol companies, like social media rules. Anyway, so it's a problem, and it doesn't seem like the pendulum is going to swing back anytime soon.
Yeah.
So what do you think the alcohol companies do in the next 20 years? Just start downsizing crazy?
It's funny because one of the brands we're on has an alcohol like product, if you will. It's a mixer, if you will, that goes on it. And I've been watching it like a hawk for the last couple of years, and it for sure is swinging, the opposite direction right now, which is fascinating. The problem, here's what's the bigger problem as a whole, is, the CPG. So that's consumer products. So whether it's food, snacks, alcohol, you name it, holy shnikes, is it diluted. I mean, it's diluted like crazy.
Okay. Just like everything, kind of. Like, there's so many options.
Oh, my God. It's, podcasts, right? There's a ton of people trying to do podcasts.
Well, it's never been easier, and this is, this word, the P word, producing. Anything.
Yeah.
You can produce.
Anything.
If you need to produce anything right now, it's never been a better time to make your stuff happen.
You can package stuff a lot easier than it was 20 years ago.
Dude, it's so easy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You can start a brand right now, and I don't care if it's a food product or you're pulling something from overseas, thanks to like Alibaba and all that. It's crazy. How diluted.
Logos are easy to make. Everything. Jingles. You can have a jingle logo website. But one person without even that much tech knowledge could do all this stuff.
Yep.
Like, I'm at the point where I can get close to doing it, but that's scary.
Well,
you sell yourself short, though. You've got enough brand awareness and creativity to dominate. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
100%.
20 years ago, to create a website and a logo, and
couldn't have done it. It's an impossible task.
It would take me 6 months.
Easy.
I could do it in a weekend myself.
For pennies on the dollar.
For pennies on the dollar. You can launch an entire business for probably sub $1,000 right now.
Yeah,
logos, websites, everything. You're turning on Shopify. You're on a retail front.
If your idea is good enough, you can actually make a little chunk, right?
I'll tell you right now. You can today, right now, if you had a weekend and just you don't have to have an idea anymore. You go to chat GPT and give me 10 ideas.
Yes,
Pull one. I guarantee you're making $100,000 within 12 months on it. Now, is it sustainable? Is it profitable? That's a different story. But it will generate money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Bust your damn ass doing it.
Yeah. But that's how easy it is to get an idea off the ground, which sucks to some degree because there's a lot of people that just don't understand. Like, there's an old school kind of thought here where it's like when you meet an entrepreneur, you can tell their experience level. If they go, I've got an idea, but I can't talk about it, they're a rook. If you got one that walks in the room and is like, yo, here's 3 ideas. I'm stewing on these things. They're driving me nuts. That's a seasoned pro. You want to know why? Because it's all about execution.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
He
what
knows the
separates-
idea is worthless.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, take the idea. I'll meet you at the track. We'll race, baby, and I'm going to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know what it takes, and that's what's diluting everything right now. Is there's a lot of startups and there's a lot of new stuff. And the problem is, it's not just the average Joe. It's a lot of the influencers that have decent money and decent followings.
Prime.
I mean, think about how many brands have launched in the last 2 years that are alcohol brands alone. I mean, it's crazy how saturated that category is becoming. So, circling back to it, the space is definitely in trouble, but I think there needs to be a new kind of level of storytelling. Obviously, it's getting hammered from a health standpoint. Drinking's bad, smoking's bad.
Yeah.
What
et
if we
cetera.
started telling people it just wasn't that bad?
Well, yeah, but you
That's
know,
the marketing.
Write that down. Write that down.
so you know what's funny? You know what did that recently? Sugar.
Oh, really?
Think about sugar. Sugar was the devil in 2016.
Yeah.
Right? No carbs, no carbs. What do you see low carb anymore? What do people want? They want real food. Well, what's real food? What's real food? Real food, I don't want
Well,
fake
according
sugar.
to Mike Tyson, it's an apple.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
then he said-
that Mike Tyson commercial was
Tom,
the best.
by the way-
Hey, you fat. You know?
Tom won.
Disgusting.
We came in with our favorite commercials. I gave him mine, which
Yeah.
was the Chris Helmsworth Alexa commercial.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah.
And he crushed me with the Mike Tyson one. That's such a better ad. And the fact that it is with Make America Healthy Again.
Yeah.
It's with old crazy cuckoo banana ate a bear worm in his brain. Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
And then RFK. And then he says in there, he goes, I was so fat and nasty.
Yeah. Oh, that's good,
says
dude.
that. He
Yeah.
says that in
I
an
was so
ad.
fat and nasty.
In an ad to get your kids not fat.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson said, listen, I was so fat and nasty. And I started spitting my
Dude. Hey, my girlfriend sitting next to me, she's like, I feel offended and called out at the same time. I was like, she's like, we're at a Super Bowl party eating snacks, and you hit me with that.
You're eating nacho cheese, so fat and nasty.
Yeah.
Fat and nasty.
I like to time travel 25 years ago and be like, one day Mike Tyson's going to be marketing apples to you.
Yeah.
And they eat it all crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And they try to tie it in with like him biting an ear.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
We're not idiots here. I know what you're doing.
I
but,
see right through this.
So,
but again, going back to sugar, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know that's funny. Sugar today, everybody wants real sugar. Look at Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola's like, oh, and it's weird. You know, it's funny we brought up that commercial because now it's as long as it doesn't have dyes, it's good for you.
God, my daughter knows that. That is working so well that I'll be drinking
the anti-dye.
I'm drinking one of these Mountain Dews.
Yep.
And this is the Zero Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus that I'm madly addicted to. And my daughter, she goes, "Has that got red number 5 in it or what?"
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Buy
like,
one.
"What?" And she goes, "It's got red number 5 in it." And I'm looking, and I'm like, "I don't even know what the hell that is."
If anybody tells me that dye causes our kid to go crazy, I will be like, okay. Just know that I do not believe you in my brain.
Well, it's made its way to my 10-year-old.
But they're working on it. I mean, that's what's happening. So
Where did she get it from?
When my wife tells me that, I'm like, oh,
it's crazy to see
another silence.
that this stuff is circling back to where it's like, oh my God, sugar. I don't say sugar is good for you.
No.
But sugar's not bad anymore. Right. So I think what's going to happen is the alcohol space is going to do the same thing where they're gonna kind of fight the fight for the next couple of years. Then they're gonna, if they're smart, the big brands, they're gonna start kind of telling this storytelling opportunity, and that's a new career that's popping up like crazy.
Have they?
Is the storytelling?
Yeah.
The
The moderation, the social aspect of it, because it's like, hey, you know what kills more people than alcohol? Depression and loneliness.
Well, yeah.
Oh, the loneliness thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I should be
you're,
big
you're not
marketer.
celebrating enough. You need to go out and celebrate. I mean, that's exactly what they're going to start
I was
doing.
just watching an ad, and it was a clever one because it tied in. It even wove in some Americana. It was, and I believe that company is what's
OnlyFans.
No, it's a whiskey company. Who makes Traveler? That's the big one that Tracy's husband likes. I'm blanking on the name of it. It's a weird whiskey name, but it's the one that Tracy's husband Mike loves the most. And they did a Chris Stapleton Traveler whiskey ad.
Yep.
And this is how they framed it. It was great. Buffalo Trace. That's the name.
Okay,
Yeah.
got
It's
it.
the Buffalo. I think Buffalo Trace owns it. They had him playing the national anthem in the background, and they didn't frame it like he's partying. They framed it like he'd just gotten off stage performing the national anthem, something like really big, really powerful, really important, maybe one of the most important moves of your life.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he was able to sit and gather his thoughts, reflect, sip a little Traveler whiskey.
Yeah,
Because that's the reframe, right? It's
Yeah.
not party, and it's more like, no,
moderation.
Savor.
yeah,
Celebrate.
savor, sit in the moment, be present.
And that's what sugar did, right? Sugar's
Yeah.
like, whoa, watch your consumption. But if you're gonna drink a beverage, use real sugar.
Yeah,
You know,
Right,
and
right. I see
that's
what you're saying.
And that's exactly what alcohol is going to start doing. Hey, guys, we don't need benders, but let's celebrate. You deserve
Yeah.
it. You earn it. And, you know, it's that human connection.
Yeah.
Because we're missing that as a society. Everyone knows that, you know.
And for sure, we're all here to get out of here. If something can screw you up a little bit or make you relaxed or like
People
put
want
you in a
it,
different
yeah.
mind frame, like that's not going anywhere.
No.
Like drugs,
Yeah.
and I say drugs loosely in that category, have always been a part of society. It's just probably too big of a part alcohol was, and it'll probably get nichier. Right?
Listen to this. This is what's fascinating, talking about trends. So I saw this, thing kind of coming through the last few weeks here, and I've been kind of deep diving it. Do you know what they're calling it, the trend right now? The new status of wealth is
What?
health. You could fake a
Oh,
handbag.
wealth is health. Hold on.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Right.
Write that down. I'm
Right.
gonna be a millionaire.
Billionaire, quadrillionaire. So you could fake a handbag, you could fake a Rolex, you could fake rich. You can't fake being ripped. You can't fake being in shape. So they're saying that this whole, along with health, there's discipline.
I can't just. I've done it.
Yeah, no idea.
It's called Adderall, testosterone. You can do it.
Hold
all.
on, let me write that down. Adderall. So that's the trend they see coming, and that goes back to like being disciplined with everything you do. So this whole like, well, I could have sweets, within my my discipline of my weekly progress. I can drink, and I should drink, but we're gonna be responsible about it. And we're gonna be celebratory about it. And,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And for occasions,
Yeah.
or, moments.
Almost what they're selling there too, and I kind of buy into it. I see what they're doing is almost like they're selling the ceremonial aspect of alcohol. Marijuana does this too, where they kind of sell the ceremonial aspect of it. Like it's more than just you're smoking a joint or more than just you having a glass of whiskey. It's about getting out the whiskey. It's about selecting the correct glass. It's about maybe using your smoke machine to smoke it, or or make an old fashioned with an ice cube that's completely clear. And you know what I mean? Like they kind of sell the process of it almost like you're in the moment, like it's a hobby.
Experiential.
I love
But-
that.
but
that's where it's going.
But
Experiential.
they'll have to deconstruct the manufacturing of the quantity of alcohol that we've started producing, right? Like, and then that would just slowly,
Well,
get smaller.
It's supply and demand, right? So again, when things are harder to get, what do we all want as human nature? We want it, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're watching, I think it was Maker's Mark just shut down one of their distilleries, quote unquote, in the news like 2 or 3 months back.
I remember that.
Yeah, they didn't shut it down as in out of business. They just cut production back, right? Because they didn't need to run all that whiskey.
They can just repurpose it too. Like some of these places, like let's say you had another factory out west that's not your main one. You make that the factory tour.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one's producing it. Now this one does retail or it's an experience. I've seen some of that happen.
That's a big thing right now is, again, what can Maker's Mark, right? Going back to that point right there, they can offer tours. Well, how cool is that? Now
Blending experience.
I get to go out with my buddies for our 40th birthdays, and we're doing the whiskey trail, and now we're at Maker's Mark. Now we're making memories, which is cool. We're not binge drinking, at a bar, getting hammered every Sunday, morning.
You're just pivoting.
Yeah, you're just reframing what you're doing.
I
right?
will say I miss the get drunk till you puke Pinnacle vodka day. Can we get a little love? Pinnacle vodka and all
Blackout.
I just want to pour out a little bit for Pinnacle vodka and all of its extreme douchebag flavors.
The whipped cream.
Whipped cream. They had all the D-bag flavors. If you wore
dude, I can
Razzle
literally
jeans-
smell that right now as we're talking.
If you owned a credit union in the early 2000s and wore Razzle jeans and pointy boots, you love Pinnacle vodka. You loved it.
So, along with that thought, Jesse, I just saw a story about Twin Peaks, a local sports bar that people are familiar with, filed for bankruptcy.
Oh,
which
I didn't know
is
that.
It's kind of no surprise
Yeah.
if you think about it. But what I did start to think about is obviously with the Twin Peaks, the Hooters, the wing houses, the pretty girl waitresses serving alcohol in a sports
Lingerie Friday.
yeah. Obviously, it has they gone down in popularity and the stigma of it, but. Like, men will always be horny, and I feel like they were, what I'm saying? Like, that
So
ain't
you're
going
saying
anywhere.
keep one. Is that
Well,
is that your argument?
So, obviously, with this market being shut down, essentially, or going away, I'm like, what will replace it?
Yeah.
Because there always will be a market, I feel like, for good-looking waitresses selling alcohol and chicken sandwiches and wings at a sports bar, right?
I will.
Or no?
I will forever, and maybe it's just my age, I will forever love a chicken sandwich and an attractive waitress. I will never not like
But
that.
I haven't been
just
going.
my
I will never not like that. I will
Dude.
never. That's just like I was born into that.
Yeah, yeah.
The chat room is saying that the Tampa area Hooters have never been more popular.
Well,
That
listen,
they're crushing it.
and you know why? I'm telling you, because in Hooters,
Good novelty.
it's 90s. It's back,
Okay,
right?
all right.
Like the thing about the Hooters era, because I was like you. As a kid, you're like, I remember when my dad took me to my first Hooters. I'll never forget it. I was like 13, Denver, Colorado, man, and I walked in that place and it was like, oh, I was like, am I allowed to even be in here?
It was the first, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's something crazy. It
Yeah.
was the first time that as a young boy or
Okay,
like a
hold
young
on,
man.
before you say this.
Yeah.
Do you guys both remember your first Hooters restaurant
Yes,
experience?
yeah.
Okay, so I want to hear both of them.
I
Let's go.
remember my second one.
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it.
I remember that it was the first time that I was like, I think those are fake boobs. And I had to do the math in my brain, like, wow, where did she go to get that done?
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
How old were you?
That I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I had an incredible urge to run to the 7-Eleven and buy a rose for every woman in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Tom?
So I was, God, I had to be early teens because it's Miami.
did.
So, like, I don't remember there being a Hooters because we had Sports Grill and stuff like that, local Miami sports restaurants.
orders. We have sports.
But
You don't need orders. You don't need orders.
So, like, they were hot waitresses, but now it wasn't about. There's also like old Cuban men. There's a third job. Anyway, but my buddy's
It's sweat coming
dad
out.
took me and my friend to Hooters, and again, I was like, "Am I even old enough to be here?"
Right.
Because it's like
You're right.
and especially in the '90s, it was like
It
presented
was Jeff
as.
Burney's dad. You're 100% unlocking a
Yeah.
memory for me. It was
Yeah.
my buddy Jeff Burney's dad.
And then I remember, like, am I going to tell my mom I was
Oh,
here?
I
Like,
know,
are they
yeah.
going to let kids in here? It's like, but
Are they going to touch me?
I want that. I wish I got molested.
Are they going to pull my pants out and
I know
spank
this-
me like a bad boy?
Do you understand that a 14-year-old Tom Van?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
It would not be a crime if you molested me as any woman molested
Hey,
me. I'm telling you. I promise.
No, remember that movie Milk Money back in the day?
I was a POS
I
kid.
do remember the movie.
Hey, we were all Milk Money back then,
Yeah.
where it's like your buddies got together to pay the prostitutes.
Exactly. Jesse knows.
Yeah.
That's why you're allowed in
So-
our studio.
Yes.
So obviously it's just the amount of restaurants go down, but then the popularity goes up, supply and demand. So there'll still be it'll still live. It just can't be as
Listen,
many.
I think there becomes a point where, again, this goes back to saturation. We
Yeah.
have so many options out there, right? Right now, restaurants,
Yeah,
you name
yeah.
it. When you lose something you didn't realize you had, you get mad, right? So, like, for instance, we had a Red Lobster out here. It's gone. Guess what I've craved more now than ever? There's one Red Lobster in all of Orlando.
yeah.
And I'm like, son of a gun, there's no Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I wish I would have went to that one more. It's that classic thing. So, like,
Bahama Breeze just
Bro, same thing.
announced that they're closing all
Yeah.
the doors.
and
Where are you going to go for your anniversary?
yeah.
He's got nothing now.
I like being inside the Bahamas in Altamont.
Tropical
It's literally, I love it. It's like being inside Jimmy Buffett's house inside a mall.
My favorite's walking out of the front porch and seeing a quadruple intersection. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, the Caribbean looks weird.
Yeah, the Caribbean's got angry drivers.
Oh, that boat over there has got a shirtless man riding a crotch rocket.
Anything else, Jesse, you want to throw out before and tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
Hooters? No, I'm just
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, can we do a live taping from Hooters?
Yes. I'd love to do
Let's
that.
do
We need to have Hooters advertised with us.
Yeah.
My God.
Dude, I love Hooters.
We could do an events at
I stopped
Hooters.
talking about it because my daughter loves Hooters. I love Hooters. My wife loves Hooters.
Hooters is a family place.
My whole family goes to Hooters like all the time, and I stopped talking about it. I said I want to work with Hooters. We're the Hooters podcast, and they're, Daniel's joking. I'm not.
Yeah.
I know,
joking.
it's so easy.
Dude, I think we can bring Hooters back.
Yeah.
I mean, like the world
Raise
needs
your
it.
hand if your daughter's ever hula hooped with a Hooters girl. Me. No one else can say that.
Dude, it's nostalgic. It's good for the soul. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like their chicken wings.
Dude, their food is fire.
And curly fries. Here's something that's
with cheese sauce.
Here's
With
something-
cheese sauce.
You gotta have the cheese sauce, but something that's underappreciated: the curly fry not seasoned.
Yeah.
It's an unseasoned curly fry. It's just salt and pepper. Very simple.
Now, do 2026 Hooters waitresses put in the work, if you know what I'm saying?
I think in Tampa they do. I've heard
do they,
very good
do
things.
they sit down in the booth with me? Do they put a heart on my receipt?
Did you hear about the uniform?
I need all that. You see?
Did you hear about the uniform? I think that Ryan will correct me in the chat room. I'm pretty sure they updated the uniform to make it skimpier.
Yes.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I think that's a real thing.
I'll-
And they do the whole thing. They draw the heart on the check. They sit in the booth. They talk to you. They put their hand on your leg.
Yeah.
You know, I think
They don't make you feel stupid when you wear Umbros in there.
you know what Hooters would do if they were smart, honestly? This would just crush, I think, to some degree. They really need to go after the female at this point in time because girls' night. It's a restaurant full of girls. Get girls' night in there. You know, get the women behind it finally instead of being like before where it's kind of like a boys' club. You know what I mean? I think you could really pop Hooters off,
Can't
making
do
it more.
Not enough Tampa. You better call Roto Rooter.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
have a backup.
Yeah.
You ever been in a ladies' restroom? Looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah. You start getting with Gen Z in there. You don't want the old millennials like my old lady.
all the-
They're
well, the
stinking
old-
it up.
the old perverts.
All the girls, they're all nerdy. They're not drinking. They're not having sex anymore. I don't want my wife hanging out with anybody like that. I need sex and drinking.
Jesse, thanks so much. What's your handle again?
It's real Jesse.
What's your
Wolfe.
handle again? What's your CB radio
Yeah.
name?
Hey, I used
what
to-
are you half pint?
Yeah. Big
was my dad.
rodeo one. That was it.
My dad's CB radio handle was half pint.
I like that. I used to have a CB radio in my first truck. It was awesome.
I want to put
we
one
should
in my
bring those
Tesla.
back, dude.
I want to put a CB
Oh, you
radio.
gotta have dual whips on it though, mandatory.
I want the super powerful one that you see sometimes on people's cars, and you're like, that guy's prepared for the end of the world.
yeah, you get the single magnetic whip that's 9 feet long on the back. You know,
I want the
tennis ball.
one that's got the coil on it that's so big it messes with people's pacemakers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
as you pass
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, hit me up if you got any questions.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
Thanks for being here, buddy.
I love you guys. Appreciate
We
it.
love you too, man. And we will be right back. Or we
Yes,
won't.
we will.
We will.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back to Corporate Time. We've got, some would say, our shows and our listeners' favorite food segment we do on a Corporate Time.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, I had to put it in a category.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But you know what you are to our show, and this is a very, very, very top tier category. You are our Bill Schaefer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Mr. Food.
No. Bill Schaefer. I was trying to. My mind is clear, so I'm able to references come easier to me. Bill Schaefer here in town. He was the guy that reported on the news about only good stuff.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Yeah,
to this day,
Every show needs that.
Bill Schaefer with his mustache. And
I'm
his perfect-
available.
He had no. That's why. That's seriously. When I see you on our calendar, I get excited about it because I'm like, oh, we're not gonna have to do it. Weirdos. It's just fun stuff. You are our Bill Schaefer,
I will
and
say David Martin is out there because
Dave-
he's got the job I had 25 years ago.
David Martin's good. Little corny.
Oh,
I said it.
Shots
I said
fired.
what I said. I
Shots
said what I said. I
fired.
said what I said. He's no John Graham. I do
Oh,
like
great
David
guy.
and met him multiple times. He's a lovely man, but he's no Bill Schaefer. I knew Bill Schaefer. You, sir, are no Bill Schaefer. That is a vice presidential debate reference from way back in the day that no one will get.
Lloyd Benson, right?
It was Lloyd Benson, right?
Dan Quayle.
And Dan Quayle, yeah.
Also,
The stuff that I remember
See, I'm old enough to
and the
remember
stuff
that.
that I should remember, right? Do you have
Yeah.
that problem? I
Yeah.
only remember dumb stuff. Tom's been telling me this for years. He's like, why do you remember that? And I tell my wife, like, the list of things in my brain that I remember, the prioritization is all whacked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's all messed up.
also, John, you're from a generation that knows hard
Not
work.
that much.
Yeah. I can look at your beard and your shirt and tell you like hard work. This guy's not afraid of a rake or a hoe.
I'm even lumpeting.
Hold on. A moment for lumpening. A moment for lumpening.
Damn it!
A moment for the lumpening.
It's a new science fiction
It's a
novel.
movie. Stephen King's
The
The Lumpening.
Lumpening.
Oh my God. EJ already first. Patient zero.
Screw
of the
you, EJ.
Patient zero of the lumpening. EJ. He started it. He's the lumpener. I'm saving you
I'm
by
gonna-
insulting our other friends.
I'm gonna lump in my generation, millennials,
Yes.
as also being the last hardworking generation. And I know that
Us Gen Xers, I mean, we're kind of like,
no, but the Gen X started lumping us in with the Gen Z. They're the true lazy ones. And anything before that, I mean, the 20-year-old kids, lazy.
You know
John.
what? I hate some of his analogies, right? But I'm hitched to him, right? We're married, so I
Sure.
got to go down the track. I like this one. I agree with you. They are lazier than you guys. 100% lazier. Way lazier.
Just everybody's going to turn into those
Millennials,
damn
I can
kids.
deal with a millennial all day long because you can bring them into hard work.
Yeah.
Other ones, you can't do
the
nothing.
younger generation, they don't want to get drunk. They want to live a healthy
They
lifestyle.
don't even want to
wanna-
have sex. Ew, you got stuff on my stuff.
They don't want to work and put their work in front of their family and all this good stuff that I want in a person around me. All work.
Here's what
no
I'm tired
play.
of, John. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of younger people than me looking at me saying, hey, you need to go be present with your family.
Yeah,
You know what you need to do? I'll tell you.
Yeah. But, yep.
Should I play the theme song?
Our country was built on the real man just staring off into the distance,
Yeah.
ignoring his family.
Yeah. You guys that are over there being present with your family, those of you doing
Yeah.
meditation, have never built a railroad, and it shows.
And by the way, meditation is
And
you're
it
just
shows.
that's not being present.
Yeah,
You're off
you know what
in your own
meditation
head.
is? Meditation is being quietly gay. That's what meditation is. That's what it is.
All
Okay,
right,
you ready?
yeah.
Here we go. Brand new.
Oh, new.
Oh, it's new only because have you heard of Bad Bunny? This guy's popular. He's a Bad Bunny. Let's do it. Let's do it Bad Bunny style.
What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? In my mouth. It's not a penis. No. It's not a penis. No. It's not a penis. No. It's not a penis. Not a penis. It's not a penis.
No.
It's not a penis.
No, it is not.
It's not a penis.
Absolutely not.
What's in my mouth? What's in my mouth? In my mouth. What's in my mouth? In my mouth.
There you go.
All
What's in my
right.
mouth?
John
I,
Graham.
I think that one has the record for the most time is the word penis.
Yeah. I gave you come for one penis, stay for 12.
So John, Valentine's Day is this weekend. And
Some would say the holiday of penis, Valentine's Day.
and I know you have some products that
Yes,
you want to show
many
us.
foods from grocery stores and gas stations across the greater Savannah of Central Florida.
There you go. I love it.
So we'll start off with something for Valentine's Day. This is Brock's Sweet Bright Conversation Hearts. They come in little boxes you can give out for Valentine's Day.
All right.
There you go.
Sweet, bright
up,
conversation
Tom. One
hearts.
coming
he's
at ya.
throwing
Okay,
something
yeah,
at you, Grandpa. Okay, there you go.
So these are the stereotypical
Chalk
hearts.
hearts.
Yeah, but this is a
Chalk
new
hearts.
brand. It's always been Sweethearts. They're the chalky ones that you had when you were in second grade. They're made by the same company that makes Necco wafers.
Okay, I see. I understand what's happening here, and I'm not. Are yours open? Okay,
Yeah.
great. We'll save these. I'm going to speak on this for a second. Brock's. It only took Brock's 105 years to figure out that we don't want the chalky sweethearts. That we want them to taste a bit more like sweet tarts.
Well, now Sweet Tarts started doing hearts a few years ago.
Yes.
And then this is brand new, and you think, oh, crazy competition, but actually Brock's and Sweet Tarts are owned by the same company.
Are they?
Yeah.
So these are just sweet tarts.
No, I would see
Oh, there's
these
dust coming
these
out.
new
Look at the
ones
dust.
taste like. Do you remember Smarties?
I love
mine
Smarties.
has
Try
the
these. I think
shocker on it.
To me, these taste like Smarties.
Look at mine has the
Hold on, let
person doing a shocker hand.
Back it up just a little bit. Back,
Did you see
right. Back it up a little more. It's autofocus.
Yeah,
I see it.
It's the shocker. Look at this.
And the
I can't-
pinky has what appears to be fudge on it, or so, I don't know what.
All I can see is a glare.
Give me one
So
of those.
is-
Oh, you gave me.
Here, let me
one.
break into
Thank
one of
you,
these.
thank
I
you,
got some more
Tom.
boxes.
Is that right? Is there,
That can't be. The thing that was actually
You do-
annoying,
I mean,
annoying
like-
me is if you look in the box.
You could say the devil horn.
No, I know what it is.
Does it
It's
hang
the-
loose?
It's the I love you. No, in
Oh.
Hawaii.
Oh.
Oh, it's American Sign
A lot of
Language.
people don't know this. Is it American Sign Language? When you put the thumb out, that's I love you.
Okay,
when you
okay.
tuck the thumb, it's devil.
Okay.
Thumb out, I love you.
Yeah, but also the I love you is the shocker, right? Oh no, the shocker's
No.
well,
No,
what's
no.
the shocker
That's
again?
the
Shocker.
shocker.
The shocker is, I mean, leave it to the older. I mean, like the
It looks
two
like
of
a
that's
Boy
the
Scout
shocker?
salute. Yeah,
Me and
that's-
John,
I'm
the
not going to
two-
say why,
Oh,
but that's it.
Oh, two.
Yeah.
Okay, two and then one. All right.
Yeah.
This seems like a good enough time to let you both know that my wife prefers a reverse shot.
And you tell us this because she's off the continent? Is that what I...
Ooh, these are Smarties. These are great. This is the best product you've ever brought
Oh,
us.
yeah. That's just.
You
like
wanna know
a
why?
sweet
Oh, tell me
tart.
more.
I'm addicted to Smarties. I love Smarties. I'm one of those trash people that I know a lot of people hate Smarties.
No, they're good.
It's literally just sugar with citric acid. I love it.
Now, Smarties, here's a little bit of trivia you didn't ask about. Smarties in the U.S. are completely different from Smarties in the rest of the world. And go up to Canada, and Smarties are basically cheap M&Ms. It's a whole different candy, a whole different company.
Interesting.
They have to call them Rockets. The ones we eat, they call them Rockets. In
I
Canada.
remember Butler because he is British, he's still British, but when he worked here, he told me that. He's like, did you know that Smarties here in America are like the tangy, and in England the Smarties are chocolate. I go, get to work. What the hell? I don't even know that. Get to work, man. What are you doing? That's what I said to him.
So what do we got next, John?
That's good.
Right here, there's 3 new M&Ms out there. They're not really for Valentine's Day, but it works right in because they're calling them. Where is it here? They're calling them the Bakery Collection. So this one's cherry chocolate cupcake. I'll hand that to Dan.
Cherry chocolate cupcakes, what Tom makes me call him.
Let's see.
Should I have one of these?
Here, Tom. Here's lemon meringue. I'll just hand them all to Dan.
All right.
Yeah.
So
And then-
a different take on an M&M cherry chocolate.
Yeah,
It does taste like a cherry chocolate.
cherry chocolate are kind of just the regular small M&Ms, but there's like cherry chocolate flavor in them. The lemon meringue ones are the ones that have that like Rice Krispie kind of center in them.
Okay.
And no chocolate, just like the lemon vanilla kind of flavor.
The cherry chocolate one is nice. Not bad at all.
I don't know if it screams cherry, but I do like the
A
way it
little
tastes.
cherry.
Yeah. And then the third one here, I've never heard of this as the thing people actually eat, but they taste nice. Peanut butter cinnamon roll.
Peanut butter
And so that's got like the peanut butter center, those kinds of M&Ms. And then
All right.
the
My family loves. Now I'm a Reese PC man. Mm-hmm. My family says I'm an idiot, and that the best peanut flavored panache, rather, that's the correct term from, I believe, the Reese's Corporation. They like peanut butter M&Ms, which are exactly the same in my mind as a Reese PC.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing, but
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, no. It's not the same. It's not the same.
because Reese's Pieces are smooth peanut butter, and Reese's peanut butter cups are more like a paste.
Okay.
So
It's like ground peanuts instead of like a smooth peanut.
What was that
butter.
last one I had?
Last one is
Peanut butter.
cinnamon roll.
That's pretty good.
So
that one's I would not kick that out of bed for eating crackers.
So as long as we've been doing this segment, John, there's been companies that release certain different flavors of their this non-traditional to their brand, right?
Sure.
And
Like we'll get to Oreos in a minute.
Yes,
they started
yeah.
to put out a million different flavors.
and we've talked about this before, where a lot of times they do this for marketing, right? So that they can market like, hey, we got this weird thing, and they do a small batch. Hopefully, that just like we're talking about, other media picks it up. Like M&M's is a weird flavor.
Don't forget M&M's holiday brands are out this year.
Beers have been doing this for years. Like, it's all for marketing, right? So, but I feel like it's getting less and less valuable because we're all, as a society, aware that companies can release other flavors, and like the M&Ms tasting like cherry chocolates isn't that astonishing or like amazing. Oh, it does taste like I'm aware of like jelly beans. Throughout years, we realized like you could put flavors into jelly beans. You could put flavors in anything, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like it's not that special anymore. And I wonder if that is going to cause these companies just to stop doing it, or will it go on forever and like they constantly for marketing
Going with what
because it
you're-
doesn't seem like it's like okay, who cares?
Well,
what flavor it is?
going along with what you're saying is right. Would it help if they were harder to find?
Well, it's like this one actually. I thought you were only going to be able to buy these 3 special M&Ms online, but just 2 days ago I found them at Walgreens.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So and then now because of online, you almost like can always find them because everything's online.
I understand
So,
what
you know what I'm
I
saying?
think I'm picking up what you're saying. When I was a kid and there was a special varietal of anything, you would have to almost go on a magical hunt to find it. Mm-hmm. First, you'd have to give it enough time for it to show up, which with shipping back in the day, it was not like what we have now where you see the commercials and then boom, the products are everywhere. It was harder.
Yeah.
It was
well,
harder.
Publix, the person got mad at me. I said, well, mad is strong. But I said, hey, I'm looking for this thing. And they looked it up and they said, well, we'll have that eventually, but it only came out 2 weeks ago. I was like, yeah, so why don't you have it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
What the hell?
Maybe it is the jelly bean marketing of it, where we all know that, like, you know, what's a Jelly Bellies? You can chemically make any flavor you want,
Sure.
and because you can do that, it's almost devalued the fact that
This is
you
the
can
AI
turn things
argument again,
different
too.
flavors.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah,
yes,
the abundance of anything
M&Ms.
ruins everything.
Well, that's the
almost.
rest of my segment, so I guess.
Well, no,
but
I'm just thinking.
yeah.
I'm like, does this eventually fade away? Like, do M&Ms like do they just like, hey, we're just going classic, and you know maybe some peanut butter, some staple stuff, but like all the lemon pepper or you know
Lemon pepper M&M sounds disgusting.
or the s'mores,
Popular
like
in Atlanta only.
you know the you know the chocolate cake, cherry chocolate, that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Those novelty flavors. I wonder if like society doesn't find any value in it.
I think
so.
we're-
It's like because you could find these flavors everywhere.
Well, the last thing we're not looking at, though, is that maybe what if they repurpose their research and development budget into just rolling these products out? What if this is just an experiment? They already know. They've narrowed it down to 5 different flavors.
They
that
know
they
how many peanut M&Ms
They
they're
know
gonna
they
sell.
have to put certain things out anyway and test. So why not just put the 3 out, see how they do as a novelty, get people talking about it, and because you're always relying on your. I would imagine most people eat peanut M&Ms, right? That's the money maker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like 'em.
The yellow
Yeah.
bag.
Mhm.
I think they can prop the whole company up on just purely peanut M&Ms.
And they've done like almond M&Ms and
They're good.
different nut M&Ms.
Almond
and
M&Ms
stuff.
are good.
But nothing's trumped the peanut M&M.
But I
the
think-
standard
Not
yellow
yet.
bag.
But here's where it's coming
Not yet.
back. I think peanut M&Ms, because I think when they first came out, they started as like one of these, where they're
Was that
like
novelty?
I think they did. I think that's it. It's almost like Frito-Lay's done that before. All Dressed was originally, and we've talked about All Dressed potato chips before in the show, especially when John's here. But All Dressed, I think, came out. It was like limited edition All Dressed, and now it's a regular flavor all the time. And I think it's their way of we're dumb. They're already. This might be 3 years in the making. These were already planning on coming out 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
had their R&D. They had to do it. And they knew they were going to do it.
Yeah.
And what you're saying about it not being special, I agree. Amazon has done a lot of that. AI is doing a lot of that. You know, it's stealing a lot of the things. It's making everything right at our fingertips.
Like anybody I know that liked cherry chocolates, and
my
know,
dad
and
loved cherry chocolates,
like-
which I think they are so gross.
Oh,
I'm not.
I like them.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I can't wait to tell my buddy about this. The M&M has this flavors.
yeah,
like,
but you wouldn't be that about anything.
no, but like because he can find anything online cherry chocolate flavored that he wants, and therefore it's not a like, oh, I gotta show him this. Like, yes,
I don't think everyone's as jaded as you're saying right now.
No,
man.
no,
Yeah.
no.
You're talking about
How do
literally.
other people live?
You're
You're talking
kind of
about-
like looking around at everybody. You're like,
Like-
we have everything in our fingertips. Don't you hate everything because of that? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Well, it doesn't. Having everything at your fingertips makes it like it's not. You don't go run and tell your buddy like, hey, do you know they had like yeah
That's literally what I'm doing.
on the radio.
What else you got,
Hey, check
man?
this out, guys. Actually, here's one. This tastes exactly the same as regular Oreos. Here, grab one of these.
All right.
These are called Oreo Stuff of Legends. First off,
I
first
might
headline,
have these at my house. because-
32 different Marvel heroes and villains on the cookies.
Here you go, buddy.
But the weird thing is, the filling, if you look, the filling's kind of gray colored. If you unscrew the cookie and lick the gray filling, it turns blue.
Yeah, damned if it does. Look at that.
And it'll turn your mouth blue, too.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be really big with 7-year-olds.
Okay.
Because they taste the same, and just like after you chew one up, show each other what your inside of your mouth looks like.
Okay. So this is the mountains on a Coors can turning colors when it's cold, or what is it, the novelty?
Yeah.
There's a novelty there.
Yeah. And then
Those are great.
I always wondered
There, now
when
show the camera your tongue.
Oh.
Very gross.
Who's paying, the Marvel or Oreo? That I always
Well,
wonder
they probably
that.
both get a cut of the profit. I'd put it that
Or
way.
yeah, or they
Yeah.
partnered and then they get a cut of sales.
Well, hold on. It's got to cost more. I think Marvel pays more in this because to have how many different characters?
32.
You need 32 different stencils. I'm not saying that's a S-ton of money for Nabisco, but do you see what I'm saying? Like the regular Oreo is a stamped out Oreo cookie. It says Oreo on it, and it has the cream inside. If they're doing 32 different cookie stencils, that is going to cost them more in production, guaranteed.
Yeah. But then, so what
Tom, your teeth are blue.
I know. I know. It's terrible. Absolutely. But those are good cookies.
is it more
Wow, they're
valuable to Oreo, to selling Oreos, to have Marvel characters on them, or is it more valuable for Marvel's marketing to have Oreo in every grocery store having this back? You know, I always wondered
Who's it worth more to?
who's it worth more. And I know there's a definitive answer.
Or will people
I
buy
just-
them more for the Marvel characters or for the fact that your
Yeah.
tongue is
I'd
black?
say Oreo in this one, and my argument would be, if you're gonna buy them anyway, and you got a 7-year-old like John said, or my daughter, she's gonna want these over regular.
Mhm.
And if I go, look, they got color changing thing, like cream, she'd be like, oh yeah, we got to get that, we got to try that. So there's it would push us over the edge. Those are great. I like those.
So what's next, John?
Have you guys been in Walmart lately and shopped for dessert?
I have been in Walmart lately, but not shop for dessert.
Now, they don't call them these, but I would call these hand pies. They've got like a bunch of. See, that's cherry.
Are we allowed to say that on the air?
Here, Tom,
hand
I got
pie?
lemon, pecan, and strawberry cream. What do you want?
All right, I'll take a strawberry cream.
Okay, heads up.
And this is a
These
hand
are like
pie.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are under $1 a piece.
You have a cream pie, right? Over there? Strawberry cream pie? What? Why are you laughing? Nobody's laughing. Nobody else is laughing. You're the only one
I
laughing.
do
Everything
have a
else is
strawberry
laughing.
cream pie, and I also know what that is. And the Urban Dictionary, which I go
Yes.
to once a day.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy.
So I think these actually went up. I remember them being 88 cents. Now they're like 92. They went up a nickel or 4 cents or whatever.
One pie, 320 calories.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. These are great.
Yeah, I mean, these days, can you buy a dessert for $1?
I didn't know they still sold these.
No, these are actually. I think these are pretty new, actually.
The way that.
Well, mine's got a freshness date of 2/18 to 26.
Yeah, I
so
bought
gotta be
them
able to-
yesterday.
Yeah.
yeah.
A little bit of time.
The pie the pie that I knew of that my dad swore on, and you said hand pies it was like a little wax bag.
The Hostess ones.
Is that a Hostess
Yeah.
one? And then you'd open it up, and inside of it almost looked like an empanada.
Yep. And those were fried. These are baked, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little fried pie, and my dad would get them at the
Yeah.
grocery. You get 'em-
Apple, cherry,
Yeah.
chocolate pudding.
Do they make those anymore or no?
I don't know if Hostess does. I know, especially when I say the South, I mean north of here.
We don't eat
They're all
hand
kinds
pies
of-
anymore,
yeah, you
right?
get all kinds
Construction
of flavored
workers,
pies,
they're
yeah.
like, no, we're taquitos now.
Last time I was in Nashville, the convenience stores were crazy with hand pies. Yeah.
Yeah, they've grown up though. Like no construction worker around here. When I was a kid, you'd go into like a Fina or you go into like one of those marts, and there'd be a construction worker getting a big drink and a hand pie, like a wax paper pie.
Okay.
Now, when you go into 7-Eleven, you're still the big drink, but they're getting a savory food, not a sweet food. They're
Yeah,
getting like
yeah,
a taquito or a hot dog. They don't get pies anymore. That ship has sailed. Maybe millennials will bring back pies.
Well, the sugar thing, I don't know. It depends
you're
on
right.
it's
You're
all
right.
marketing. It's where how people eat, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But and these hand pies are made like a huge kitchen somewhere and then delivered to all Walmarts?
I would imagine.
Something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a.
Have either of you actually taken a bite of one?
No. I didn't want to open it up. 'Cause I don't,
I'll
I
open
don't
mine
even
up.
know
Crack
how
them
to-
open, man.
Do you have a fork? Do you need a fork?
Nah, they're
No,
hand
just-
pies.
yeah,
Well, they
yeah.
don't call them hand pies, but
But you got to pull it in there in a tin. It's gonna be.
yeah,
in
there's a
tin.
little piece of aluminum foil in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. There you go.
And I love that they're called 4-inch mini baked lemon pie, and the brand, not the, is freshness guaranteed. That's the Walmart brand.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not saying they're health food, but most of them, Tom's does have artificial colors in it.
I love
Most of them don't have artificial colors or flavors, and they're baked, not fried, and they don't have corn syrup in them.
I love a brand where the name of what the brand is the best possible thing you can do. Like I like buying a generic brand at a grocery store where their generic brand is greatest food of all time. Like I like that. Greatest food of all time.
First
brand.
quality.
Yeah. Tastiest in the world brand.
So I mean, it was pretty
Oh, that's
good.
good. That's a good pie.
I kind of expected it to be good. You know,
Yeah.
it was like good breading. You know, the
Yeah,
filler
it's
fine.
for a commercially made pie, they're relatively flaky.
Yeah, that's a great pie.
It's not going to be your grandma's apple pie, but yeah.
I would keep one of those in my pocket during the show. And when I need a snack, just pull out a hand pie.
What's a hand pie cost, John?
$1.
Well, these are
Oh.
92 cents before tax.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's. I mean, $1 pie.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Shouldn't be that cheap. How the hell
What a
is that?
country. That's America. They should talk about that during the Super Bowl. They'd be like, "Did you know you can get an individual pie for 90 cents? That's America."
How does that even work?
I don't know.
That's insane.
I honestly don't know what to tell you on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one because the crust on that, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I was going to bag on that. You can't.
Yeah.
The crust on that's really good. That's a good pie.
All right.
Got another one here. This is Little Debbie. You talked about companies branching out and trying new things like
Yeah.
Oreo and all this. Little Debbie's been branching out a lot lately. They have some ice creams now that have Little Debbie stuff in them. And this is Little Debbie's. Remember, everybody thinks it's little. It's Little Debbie's, but it is banana pudding with no G, cream pies.
You're going heavy on the cream pie today. I feel like you're horny today, John. All right. These are.
And they are kind of tiny. But
And they
yeah.
have the- they
Or
have
you get 8 in a box.
And they have something that everything banana needs when you're eating a banana snack. You need artificially colored, bright yellow banana filling.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what these taste like to me. Let's see what
Well,
they
right
taste
off
like to
the
you.
rip, it tastes like a chemical to me. Like right off the rip, it tastes like somebody's been cleaning a
you're
bathroom
close
with
to what I was going
chlorine.
to say.
It's banana pudding.
It tastes like Fabuloso to me.
No, they taste
Is
like
it-
circus peanuts to me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
You know, it'll last, 1,000 years before it molds or whatever the hell.
Now, again, to be fair, like everybody says, oh, Twinkies last forever. They replace them every 10 days in the store. They don't sit there as long as you think
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
Okay, tell me if I'm crazy. But when
You're
I
crazy.
see the guy, well, Tom already knows that answer. When I see the guy at 7-Eleven, and he's tasked with going through and pulling off all the old snacks that didn't sell and putting on new snacks, if none of his snacks sell, I would be sad. Like if I showed up and all of my banana cream pies are all there and I just have to pull them back and put new ones up, I'd be like, oh God, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
morale wise, I'd be like, nobody likes my pies.
Such is my life.
But that, it's banana pudding. It tastes like that.
See, to me, it didn't taste like banana pudding.
No.
It tasted like circus peanuts.
Okay, yeah, I can see
I
the
what you're
circus.
saying.
Which, if you like circus peanuts, these are fantastic. But if you think it's going to taste like pudding,
Yeah.
Because, in Florida, like your grandma will make fresh banana pudding
Yeah.
or like your barbecue restaurant will have banana pudding.
Hell
I
yeah.
know Porky's used to have the best banana pudding.
Oh, it was great.
And so from eating that fresh and then going to a Twinkie like packaging, you're going to automatically, it's going to be staler
Yeah.
because we're used to fresh Florida banana pudding.
I also feel like as far as pudding goes, as far as pudding snacks or pudding adjacent snacks, we really maxed out with Bill Cosby and Puddin' Pops.
oh, yeah.
And because they were so good. Like I could eat, like as a young Dan could sit in his underwear and eat an entire box of Puddin' Pops.
Yeah.
A whole box.
Remember there were the swirled ones?
Oh, they were so good.
Yeah.
I like the vanilla ones the best though. They would do this thing where they had like an old school Puddin' Pop would have almost like a coating of ice over
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So you would lick, and then eventually you would break through to the pudding, and you'd be like relieved. You'd be like, "Yes, there you are, pudding."
Also,
so good.
Bill Cosby loved pudding.
Yeah.
And rape.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. And you know what? That product didn't take as much heat as Subway did for Jared.
Well, I think they went away before
They
we
did,
found out
but if they
he's a
brought it back
bastard.
right now,
Yeah.
people wouldn't even care. People would be like, hey, you can put Cosby on the box. People would buy them and be like, we don't care. Pudding Pops are so good, we don't care. Put him on the box.
What do you got next, John?
That's a transition, kids. I got 2 more. Do you still eat protein bars?
Yep.
He's sitting on one
So
right
this
now.
is one. I saw this.
I ate it with my butt.
Good prop.
I saw this one with in Walmart. It actually said brand new, so it's not just new; it's brand new. Pure Protein brand. Do you like
Yeah,
those?
we've danced with Pure Protein
This
before.
is the Fruity Pebbles.
No, thank you.
No, okay.
No,
I'm
thank
not
you.
a baby, John. I'm
Yeah.
home.
No, thank you. When I work out, all I think about is war. When I'm on the Peloton, all I think about is Pete Hegseth and dropping bombs in Iran.
I like this, and I'm not a big protein bar eater. It's the consistency is pretty.
Do you want to
smooth.
open one, or
There's
you
not a
want me
lot of
to open
chunky
it?
stuff in there or anything.
I'll open it.
Okay, yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
it.
The one thing I will
We
say
gotta
is,
try it.
and you're probably familiar with this. You know the trouble mannitol. Mannitol is one of those sugars that's like a low calorie sweetener, but if you eat like 1 bar, you'll be fine.
Doesn't
But
affect
if-
me.
but
You
if
know why?
oh,
Man is small.
It's the one that if you eat too much mannitol, it's a diuretic. So poops and farts aplenty
Oh, okay.
if you
all right.
overdo it.
I like that.
That's horrible. I don't like that at all.
Didn't like that? Do you like?
no.
Do you like Fruity Pebbles?
I do not. That's bad. I can't do that, John. I'm sorry.
No, hey, I didn't make them.
That is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's a
That's interesting
choc-
because like
No.
I think they taste like Fruity Pebbles.
They
if
do
you like
taste
Fruity
like
Pebbles,
if you like
they're
Fruity
great, yeah.
Pebbles, you're gonna like that. But I've never
Now,
been a Fruity Pebble
If you
guy.
think Fruity Pebbles taste like Lemon Pledge, then you wouldn't like these.
Yeah, I taste the
I
lemon
taste the
pledge
lemon
now.
pledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have done that.
Also, the making things taste like a particular cereal, like again, the
You're tricking me.
is this artificial flavoring? You know, like a cereal is notorious for being nothing, right? It's just
Yeah.
like puffed sugar with chemicals in it.
There's really no nutrients in it.
And then so it's like I don't need my protein bars to taste like puffed cereal or puffed chemicals with sugar in it or whatever.
Could they make a protein bar? If they could make a flavored protein bar for you out of one famous product, could they? Or you're just not interested in that?
Well, I like my protein bars to be as like at least to market to me because I know there's no way for me to know. So it's like the market that it's all some sort of like whole food based or like
Right.
real ingredient. You
Like
know,
those ones
As
those
opposed to being made out of whey, which is
Yeah.
leftovers.
Remember those RX bars for a while? They're like RX bars, 3 ingredients, 2 dates, an
Oh, those are
egg
still out there.
white,
Yeah.
and 1 fig. And I'm like, yeah, that all sucks.
yeah, they're
All
not
of
that good.
sucks.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
dates, an almond, and a fig. You can flush that down the
But
toilet.
at least-
I'm not interested.
At least you're marketing to me that it's like
Correct.
a natural thing. And then if you're marketing like, hey, get this protein bar, it tastes like artificial cereal, I'm just like, well, that's no reason for me to buy it.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want that.
But I think May would like this. My daughter would
Yes.
like this a lot.
Kids-
Because the trick is, of course, protein powder by itself tastes terrible.
It
yeah,
does.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
That's why we sit on it here. That's what we were talking about.
I got last one. Unless do you want to talk
Yeah,
more about
no,
protein
no.
bars?
Oh,
Okay.
Tom has he has a paper folded up in his. I have something I want to say. It's the Bud Dwyer. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, Kettle brand. They've started branching out. They make avocado oil fried potato chips now, and this one is spicy kimchi. Do you like fermented cabbage?
You know, one of the best bagels that we got at Jeff's Bagel Run was a kimchi bagel. It was a good ass bagel.
Yeah, you wouldn't think,
You would not.
but it's a flavor that's not utilized enough.
And I've had kimchi at multiple restaurants because chefs will just bring you stuff, and it's the best way to eat anything is just if he prepared it, just eat it, or she just eat it. And I am coming around to kimchi. Dom from West End Trading Company, he will stop at iFresh to get kimchi. It like makes a trip 2 times a week to Orlando to get it. So
There's even vegan kimchi out there now because a lot of
those
times,
are good.
it actually has cabbage powder in there among other things.
It
See, I was
liter-
waiting.
That literally tastes like kimchi.
Explain the face he made when he
Yeah.
took a whiff.
What's pungent? It's a pungent smell.
Yeah. It does. It smells like an old
it stinks.
room with a dog in it.
Yeah, it smells like an old lady room dog. Yes, it does. It smells like
It's like an old wet room with a
You know what
dog
it
that
smells like?
lives in
It
there.
smells like a choir. It smells like an old lady's choir seat that she's been sitting in. They're good.
I won't be P word. I'll eat it.
Yeah,
but
no, the flavor's good. Yeah, they stink though.
Yeah.
They stink.
It
but a
smell-
lot of things
Have you
you
ever,
eat
have you
stink.
ever had kimchi?
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
a fan. Not a fan.
It's
Not
the-
a fan.
Not,
Oh,
it-
you don't
not,
like it?
not
Not
for you.
for you. Not for you.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Not good.
Other flavors out there. you like spicy though, don't you? At least a little.
Yeah.
So I like
They
those.
do a pepperoncini.
Yeah.
They do a chamoy. They do one apple cider vinegar chips. I don't know about those, but they do that.
We bought those.
How were those?
Me and my daughter bought those. They're great. They're just like a more pungent salt and vinegar. That's my daughter's favorite
sense.
potato chip flavor, salt and vinegar potato
Yeah.
chip.
That's a standard. That's fine.
It's so good. And the apple cider vinegar version is just stronger.
Mm-hmm.
If you like apple cider vinegar, if you like barbecue, like we paired them with barbecue,
That makes
and
sense,
then
yeah.
we had some left.
You're
And
getting
I
close
put,
to making your own all dressed.
I'm getting close to making my own everything because I've just found that cooking, like I always end up with just better results for everything. But
Sure.
yeah, I like those. Those are good. But I can see where people wouldn't like them. They do smell like poo-poo.
John, I'm curious, when you do this segment, how do you curate these products? Like, where do you
I
just...
definitely try things I don't bring in because I either think they're not interesting or just like.
Can you
that
give
was,
us one?
That was fine. Well, I brought in the special sauce flavored chips from Kettle.
Yeah, these are off air. You didn't even see.
Yeah, when I saw special sauce, I thought, oh, maybe they taste like Big Mac sauce or something.
Yeah.
And they're fine, but they basically taste like all dressed. Here, Dan, try them. See what you
The
think.
best
If you're an
chip-
all dressed guy, tell me if it tastes like
Do
all
you want
dressed.
to know the best chip I've ever had? They got sent to us by a listener, and I'll never find them again. They're from Poland, and they were ketchup flavored Lay's, and they're huge in Europe. Ketchup flavored.
Canada has ketchup flavored chips, and sometimes I can find them here at Wawa. Now I can't say they're going to be as good as the ones you had, but yeah.
There's nothing special about those.
Okay.
You're right. That
They're
is
kind of
a-
all dressed.
That's a very pedestrian chip. All dressed, I think, would be bigger flavor.
Gotcha.
But the ones that I like the most, there were these. Oh, somebody's saying they had them. Yeah, they were from Poland. They were sent to us by a person in the military, a man in the. We have a lot of BDMs and listeners overseas in the military, and he's like, "Hey, these are my favorite chips. They're it was Lay's, but it was the Polish version, whatever the it could be like whatever Walkers would be in Poland, and they were just ketchup flavored, but they were spicy." They had like almost like a heavy paprika flavor. They were really, really excellent chips. They were just really, really good chips.
You know what I didn't know, and I found out the other day, is that like a regular bag of yellow standard Lay's,
Okay.
right? And I'm sure this is with a lot of Lay's and other potato chips, but they have protein in them. Did not know.
Yeah.
Like they'll have 2 grams of protein. I realize that because Max he's a vegetarian. So it's like, I'm always constantly worried about him getting enough protein, you know, because he also doesn't eat the beans and all the other stuff that you should get, you know. But
So he's a vegetarian who lives on Oreos, that kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's the way
it's
I
all
would've
floating
been.
like trash,
That's
John.
badass.
But
Yeah.
so then I was like, and then I randomly looked at the
I
back
believe
of a
Anthony
Lay's.
Edwards from the NBA also same diet because he drinks cranberry Sprite. I'd be like,
And I was like, I did not know that a bag of Lay's, like a cheat, the 99-cent tiny snack bag of
Yeah.
Lay's, it's got like 2 grams of protein.
I didn't
And
know
I was
that
like,
either.
oh.
Yeah. Potatoes get a bad rap. There's micronutrients
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
and stuff,
yeah. I was like,
I mean, I'm not saying you should eat only potato chips, but yeah.
But I didn't know that they give you any protein. I thought it was like all carbs.
does he like potatoes?
No, he doesn't.
Because I was going to say, does he like baked potatoes? Because my daughter did something that happened to me, and our buddy Jesse Wolfe was in earlier, and he mentioned Red Lobster, and this is kind of where it happened to me. I remember going to Red Lobster as a child so many times. I went to so many seafood restaurants as a child because my parents loved fish dinners.
Yeah.
That you would get French fried out as a kid, and then you only have a few other options. Kids now, they have every option, but when you were a kid, when I was a kid, you would get either French fries or you could upgrade to a baked potato, but that's for adults, or you get nothing else. Those were the options. And I remember at some point I graduated to a baked potato with butter and sour cream, bacon, and like green onion.
Yeah.
And Maisie is there now, and she's obsessed, like freaking upset. I was hoping maybe he liked potatoes because I was like, dude, I got it for you because baked potato, she will literally go and I'll bake her a potato or put it in the microwave until it gets nice and soft, and she'll take that to dance class. She'll put cheese on it, chili on it.
Chili
like an
baked
old
potato.
lady. Like an old lady. Yeah, she takes like
Wendy's used to be able to do that. Can you still do that?
I
at
was
Wendy's?
telling Maisie about this. She didn't believe me, but I was telling her back in the day, and I believe through looking it up with my daughter, there are still some Wendy's restaurants that offer baked potatoes around North America.
I thought they all did, so.
Maybe they do, but you used to be able to. I don't know if ours does on Colonial because I think I've wanted one before, like really high, and tried to get one. But you used to be able to go, and she is literally obsessed with baked potatoes. It's like one of her number one dinner things is baked potato.
Do you remember the Wendy's Super Bar?
Loved it.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing there.
You can make tacos. You can make spaghetti.
You could make. They'd have quesadillas. They would make baked potatoes.
Yeah.
They'd put baked potatoes. You could put the chili on them. They had a full salad bar. Oh, I loved it.
Remember back when a lot of Wendy's had a fountain in them?
Oh, yeah. Well, they had that front sunroom. The one in DeLand was expensive. The one in DeLand was fancy, where we had the Super Bar off to the left-hand side. And then you could step down into what was called, like, the Wendy's Grotto. And it would lower down into a sunroom that had these big windows that were curved, and they were tinted, so you could sit there. My dad's like, oh, my God, this is a Taj Mahal. My dad thought he was at a goddamn five-star restaurant.
They put a line of potos, have some.
It's called the atrium. Sorry, everybody's calling it the atrium.
Yeah, you have some plants in there, some potos, and some vines. They're hanging out there, like, look at this, it's Taj Mahal.
Oh, I loved it. Me and my dad would sit in there and eat it. He'd get his chili and all of that.
I had Wendy's chili for dinner last night.
Did you really? Don't tell people that, John. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna have to cut that out.
We get Wendy's chili and
That's so
Never
sad.
say that, John.
That's so sad. You look like a man that had chili.
Did you eat it out of the paper cup?
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
sure.
Please tell me you ate it in the drive-thru while listening to a self-help book.
It was back in the day when Wendy's and other fast food restaurants used to actually be restaurants.
Yep.
Now they are not.
Well, no, you go into McDonald's and they don't want you in there.
No, hell no.
Can't you just go to the drive-thru, please?
Yeah. They don't. They're like, what? They don't want any humans in here. I'm like,
I learned something today through. It was another thing we were going to talk about with Jesse Wolfe, but I can mention it to you guys. It's kind of interesting. I was wondering why the McDonald's on Colonial that we go to get anything McDonald's, and it would be probably the number one fast food restaurant that Maisie will request when we need to get something fast food, she'll get a hankering for a burger or some nuggets or something like that. But I've always wondered why it runs so well. It does. This one up here in Colonial, literally in the, let's say, 30 years I've used it and living in this area, it's never gotten my order wrong. They're always quick. And the same people have been there. There's no turnover. Like the ladies in the drive-thru have been there, I swear to God, for like 10 years.
it's a good franchise owner.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Exactly.
Because there's at least two companies here in town.
Exactly. But what's weird is, I didn't know this until today, when you use their app, and Andrea uses the app all the time because you get a tons of free food. Like just tons. They want you to use the app so much, they will incentivize the hell out of it. But do you know that when you do your order on the app, they know where you're at. So they move your order up. So if you're going, so when she goes to pick up her order, for instance, for Maisie, the reason the fries are always hot and everything is like piping, and we've always had this, is because they use geofencing. Those fancy apps use geofencing. So they know that Andrea's on. I didn't know this. That they know she's on her way. They see her car coming. So actively, when they're running the line and putting the bags together, they can move that one up and get it out of the way. I didn't know they were doing that kind of technology, but I read a whole article in Wired today where they were outlining the geofencing technology that McDonald's is using to get you your food faster, and I actively see it happening. It's wild.
Well, unless you're paranoid like my wife and location services off.
Yeah, well, that's me. That's literally one of the reasons
Well, what
I
if you
don't
did
use
that?
McDonald's.
I mean, I don't. I tell Chris, who do you think?
Who's
cares?
tracking you?
Who's looking
They
at it?
see me getting
I don't
McDonald's.
want them to
Actually-
see me where I am.
Yeah.
Who? And you don't?
Yeah.
You're nowhere. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't even care where you are. You think other people do?
Don't
Yeah,
say
you're gonna make me be the old man yelling at clouds.
No, sure. Like, what the hell? Like, there's no privacy anymore. We gave that up years ago.
I don't know. I thought it was
Well,
pretty
for me,
cool.
like I hate when they go in. Oh, can we get your phone number? I said, can I have your phone number? Then no, you.
No,
can't.
don't say that. Well, that's what creepy guys
Just
say.
give
where
me
they-
my phone number. I'll give out my phone number right now. 407-808-9244.
867-5309.
Hey.
I'm not going to tell the last name.
Yeah.
You'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
there's 10 to choose from. You'll figure it out.
Anyway, John, thanks so much for coming
Good
by. We
job,
appreciate
buddy.
it.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. So what's the next big holiday we got to tee up? What are we getting prepared for?
Well, one of the things I'm actually hoping, I don't know if it's going to be out in time because they haven't released the official release date yet, but Dirty Dew is coming out. Mountain Dew, like, but dirty sodas. We talked about dirty
Yes.
sodas, the thing out of Utah where people put milk in their soda. And yeah, Mountain Dew is going to be releasing a Dirty Dew.
All right.
I will not be drinking that. I like my dirt. I like my dew clean. I like a clean dew.
Hey, we'll try it when you come in.
Yeah,
And,
sounds good.
And how many different flavors? I mean, will they do this for 100 more years?
No,
Oh,
no,
they've
no.
they've at least got 2 Baja Blasts now, right? There's Baja Blast. I think there's like Baja Blast Mango or something.
Yeah, well,
like that.
Cabo. I've got Cabo right
That's it.
now.
Maybe that's
yeah,
it.
that's the
Yeah.
one I'm addicted to, John. I love it.
Yeah, and you'll keep having to come up with news. There's a new R&D department and new marketing and just.
But what's odd is that they are doing it, maybe through the use of AI or whatever. But I was talking to the manager of the Corinne 7-Eleven this morning, and he's like, "Hey man, did you try that new Cabo Mountain Dew?" And I was like, "I got my pants on, told me." And he's like, he goes, "I'm so I know I've fallen into using old man phrases," and he goes, "I'm so sick of all the flavors, but they got me again." And he's right, they got me again. Like, I'm sick of the flavors too, but I tasted it. I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. They did so. They keep doing it. You did it again, Mountain Dew. You did it again.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.